Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. I'm here to do some more work on this. I'm just about done with it, but I wanted to show you guys what I decided to do on the front. I finally got that to kind of lay right. You just have to mess with that a little bit to get it to lay down, and I know you can iron that, but I barely iron clothes, so anyways, that's that. I used one of the little cameos that Denise gave me, and this is some of that pink lake trim that she sent, and I put another little piece of that down here, and I cut off another piece of this, you know, one of these, and put it right there. This is some avocado dyed lace right here, and then I just put some crochet trim around it. I was going to use that ribbon, but I tied it on there and it wasn't like pink enough. So it just didn't seem to go with everything else, and this crochet trim that I had matched the doily pretty well, so I decided to go with that. So that's what the front is looking like. And then we're going to go inside, and we're just about there. There's just a few things. I like to cover up the book pages, you know, a little bit instead of just having it all. So that's where we're going to start. I'm going to find one of those that hasn't been covered. If I can find one. That one's covered. That's covered. There's the other side of this one. Okay, so that one's done. So it must be the one in the last signature. Okay, so right there. And where? This side. So let's do this side, I think. That's what I want to do. The first thing I'm going to do is make like a little pocket using music book page, and I'm going to put one of my rulers in this page so that I know where I'm at. And I'm just going to use this bottom half because I don't want a giant pocket, because that's not the biggest page in the world. So we're just going to kind of try to get it fairly straight. Using my mat, and this is kind of fragile, so we'll see how it does. It might crack too much to use, but we'll try and see what we get. So I'm just bringing the sides in. And I've done stuff like this before, but I know a lot of people are new, so like I said, I kind of want a small pocket. So I'm just kind of doing that sort of thing. And it seemed to fold pretty well. I got this one a little crooked. It just wanted to fold right there, and it may crack because it's got a little bit of a tendency there. Okay, and then what I do is cut up the sides, because I'm just trying to, I'm going to make a flap. So let's fold this part up first, just so we know where about we want to cut. And then we're going to just cut off these parts that we don't need, because it just adds bulk. And instead of cutting straight up this line, I'm going to kind of go at an angle to, you know, give that pocket less bulk too. I think I'm just going to take a tiny bit more off this, just so it folds well. You don't want it getting all caught up on something that you don't need to have. So I'm going just above that line. And again, I'm going to cut this one at an angle. And they may not be exactly the same as each other, but I'm not that worried about it because it's going to be at the back of the pocket, and I'm not going to have it so you can see that, so it's not going to make any difference. So that's that, and it is kind of cracking down here, so I think I'm going to use some washi on that. I had a gold one. Where did it go? And it's just a tiny one, so I don't know if it'll work, but we're going to try it. Let's glue this together first. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Mine's going pretty good. Just moving along. Ran to the mailbox, or the post office, whatever you want to call it. Got some stuff mailed out. And I'm just going to take a little piece of this, and it is pretty skinny, but I just want it down along that bottom edge, so I'm just going to get about what we need here. And if it hangs over, I can trim it. And I'm going to just kind of run it along my glue. Just because washi doesn't always stick super strong, and obviously the point is I want this to stick so that it doesn't like break and then whatever you have in it falls out. So I'm just lining it up with this music at the bottom. And then I'm going to just bring it over this side. It's really like one of the best ways to fix those cracks in the old paper, because it just does that and there's not a whole lot you can really do about it. It's just brittle. Okay, and I should have done the little thumb hole, but I didn't. So let's see here. So now we have just a little pocket. And then I did some of those whole page collages like Carol Law was doing, and Gail and Roxy, and you know, everybody's been doing them. So I have one done, I'll show you, and then we're going to cut that into like tags and other things to put on this page. So this is the one I just used all scraps of mainly Medieval Mirage that I have, because I have like a whole folder full of scraps that I need to deal with, so that's why I was using that. And I'm going to get my cutter. And this is always the interesting part, because like you don't always want to cut it. And sometimes it doesn't cut in the places that you want it to and stuff like that. So anyways, and I'm going to move this up as much as I can. You're not going to be able to see the whole thing because it just doesn't fit in my camera. So I think what I'm going to do first is kind of come about here. And I like this part, and you know what other pieces that I have will become tags and whatever, so sorry, I know you can't hardly see, but I was going for this portion right here like this. And then this down here I'm going to cut, because I'm going to turn this into a little pocket, and I can use those other pieces for other things. So that, oh wait, we need also a tag. So let's see, is that the same? It's the same lady. So I'm going to use this part down here. And let's do 4.5. And this is a piece of lace from Gail Augustinelli's lace stuff. I like to make these kind of things, make tags and journaling cards, and then I a lot of times send them out with, you know, orders and stuff like that, just as a little thank you. So it doesn't matter if I have some different sizes, because I can do all kinds of things. Okay. And I didn't back these because I was going to use some for pockets and that, so if I do end up having free floating ones, then I will back them. And then I'm going to punch a hole in this one. Now, I hope this all works out the way I'm envisioning it. It may not, but we'll see what happens. Move my book out of the way here. I got some of these that I've stamped and inked and all that. Oh, I don't need one on the back. Habit, right? Alright, so I move those out of the way. And then we can get our page over here. I need one of those handy dandy weights like Gail has. Gotta get one of those. That would be great. I'm gonna put a thumb hole in this. My center is not great. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of, you know, make a collage out of the pocket pieces as best we can here, and I'm not sure how it's gonna go. Things may get moved. So these are at least even, the thumb holes, so things aren't getting cut up on the edge of this with the edge of that. And I kind of want to see the number if possible. And then, I'm not sure how I want this. I think I'm going to kind of do it like that and have it as a tuck that way. That could go out that way. That would probably be a little easier. But then I'm missing all that lace, which is really cool looking. So if we come down more, I kind of feel like it needs to be touching that other one, but I don't know which way I like it better. I just like it like that. I think it's the pink or something, so that's what I'm going to go with. Alright, so we're just going to kind of glue the edges of these down. So I'm going to just put a little glue here. And a little bit of glue here. This page has even been dog-eared. It's kind of cool. And this is the next one. I remember where I wanted it because of that pocket. Put it about there, and I think I will just do 3 sides of this, so you could technically tuck something else in there if you wanted to. Alright, so that's good. And then we'll do 3 sides of this. I don't know what got me started on this, but, well, like I said, I was looking at collages on Pinterest, and I just kept thinking, wouldn't it be cool if those were like pockets and stuff? So that's kind of what got me going. And then I have seen other people have done like pockets with tags and stuff, so that's not like my idea or anything. So I've got 3 pockets on here, and we can cut some tags out of those pieces that we have. Like this one could be a tag or go in here. That'll work. I just want to hold these down for a second because they're wanting to lift up. And you could also, if you wanted to, like add a flower and glue it down, you know, completely or something, or just put it in the pocket, that works too. Let's see, what do I got? And bird doesn't really work. My husband's home this morning, so you might hear bangs and things downstairs. That doesn't happen very often. It's nice having him around. Okay, so you'd still be able to use that and that. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that rose there. Just kind of something fun. Different. I'm going to glue the whole back of it down so that it'll just stay put. Okay, so I'll put glue all over the back. I'm going to put my pin in my other glue so it doesn't dry out. I'm just gluing on a glue book over here. It goes this way. I got a lot of glue there. So getting it in this pocket, see, this would have been advisable to do ahead of time instead of waiting till after you got everything else glued down. But, you know, these things happen. And just make sure all those little leaves are glued, and so it's not catching up on everything. Alright, so let's turn this into a tag. It can go in a pocket. Ink that up. Oh, this one I am going to have to back. It's got that seam right there. So let's back that real quick with some, I'm going to actually set this out of the way for a minute while we do this. Avocado dyed paper from Denise, and I'm just going to glue the whole thing down on there. Got too many contraptions here. Yeah, I love doing these just sitting by the TV. It's just so relaxing at night to do the collage like that. Big glue goober. And you could add other things to these, like these could just be backgrounds, but I kind of like that one, you know, because it does at least have that picture on there, so I'm going to leave that particular one like it is. And these are just all different scraps of Medieval Mirage, and like I also had some ledger stuff that I found online, so it's just all different things, but most of it comes from Medieval Mirage. So like I've said lots of times, if you just go check out what you like from her, pretty much any of it's going to be amazing. She just does great work, so that's a fact. And then I think I'm going to cut some smaller tags over here too. While we're backing them, might as well get them all backed. How tall is this? almost 9 1/4. Of course, they're never even. So we'll do, let's do it at 4 1/2. I like that one. This one's a little taller. That's not necessarily, whatchamacallit, Victorian, because it's more medieval, but I think it'll be okay. It's still really pretty in the roses and all that. I actually might need a shorter one for that top pocket. So they're actually both kind of tall. And let's do this one here. It'll just be a little squatty tag. And then I'm going to cut this one off a little bit more too. Because this one's going to go in that top pocket, so I don't want it to be quite as tall. Actually, I'll just, that's too big. I'll probably go ahead and stitch some lace at the top of this one, because it'll probably hang out the top of the book a little bit, which will be fun. These can be the same size. And I do have die cuts for tags and stuff, but I've discovered I waste a lot of the, you know, the outside edges and everything of the tags or the collage paper. So I'm kind of just like making my own for this. A little bit coming up there I'm going to have to fix. When you cut them apart, sometimes the edges lift on the collage, so you just gotta get a little glue under them. So it's lifting right here. That one I just didn't have glued down good in the first place, apparently. Alright, where did I see it? Oh, there it is. They're easy little fixes to make, so no biggie. I'm going to just stitch at the top of this one, so I'm not going to punch a hole in it. This one I'm going to put a hole in, though. Let me back them first. That one doesn't have a whole lot on the back. A mess of glue here. I'm just going to back it because I like the color of the paper better. That one can go. Actually, I think I'm going to leave it flat. I've decided I'm going to start leaving some of my pages flat and just move them out of the way and let them dry so that I can do the collage pages on top of them. Because I've already got loads of the pocket, or you know, the ones folded over, like for tags or whatever. But since I've started doing this, I'm probably going to need more of the flat pages, is what I was discovering last night when I was making them. So I'm like, I'm going to start just setting them aside to dry all the way. Everything stuck to everything here. Ugh. Probably going to do 2 videos today, so that I have a couple for the rest of the week. probably go ahead and stitch around these just so they look a little better. Just want to get the gist so you guys can see. Okay, so let's see here. We've got the big one that I never inked or anything. And I never poked holes in any of them. Okay, let's get those holes punched. These are sticky, my finger's sticky. It's like glue yourself to everything. Okay, I'm going to go stitch around these and stitch some lace to the top of that one because I want you to be able to see what it looks like in the pocket, and I will be right back. Okay, hi, I'm back. So I've gotten these all stitched around and lace on them and all that jazz. This one will go in this pocket. You can see the lace up there, and then that in that pocket. And you could, you know, put it whatever direction you wanted. Okay, what's it stuck on? I don't know what it was catching on. Alright, so that's that one. Just a kind of fun little thing to do. This could even come over here or whatever, and you could stick other things in there. So that's a good one. And then let's see, we've got one more of these pages. It needs glue. Oh, come on. Okay, so what do I want to do with this page? I'm not really sure. I wanted to do another one of these, but I've got that one right there, so let's see. That one has that. I have to do something like that again. That was kind of fun. I just did this one the other day on my own, and there's no tucks or anything. It's all glued down. I have another piece of that sort of book page with the lines, or it's actually just regular page, but oh, it was a book page. There's a picture on the back. And I've just put other pieces of book page on it, so let's do that for this one back here. Somehow, anyway, because I like that look of that one. Alright, so what else do we want to put on here? Let's see. I have a few more pictures that I could use. I really love that one. That's a very cool one. And then some birds. Birds might be fun, and I could put them over the edge like that. Yeah, that'd be fun. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm just going to rough this up a little bit. You don't, like I've said before, you don't have to do that if you don't like that look. I just do, so just makes it look like it's been around for a while. Sorry, I'm trying not to get the fuzz all over the book. I'm just going to ink it up. And then I'm going to take my little brush, makeup brush thing, and carefully there's some little wrinkles already in that one. Okay, just to warm it up a little bit so it doesn't look so starkly black and white. Put some ink around our birdies. And these are Tracy Fox, again, her Fussy Cut Birds. Okay. Just going to put some glue on the back of this, and you're probably not going to be able to see because I'm over here, but I'm just gluing the back. Okay, and I'm mainly going to kind of just glue down the, you know, the bottom part and leave the top a little bit loose because I want to put that picture on and I don't know exactly how I want it yet, so I'm just not going to push this down yet. Some glue on my picture. Sorry, my husband's on a conference call. It's always something around here if I'm not here by myself. I always have to get too carried away with the glue. Alright, I've got another one I'm going to just set aside so that I can turn it into a glue. You know what, that one's got two stuck to it. I'm just going to let it be because I can use two that are hooked together. That works even better because then you don't have to try to connect one to the other because they're already connected. Our little birdies here. I'm going to have to put a little extra glue under the beak of that bird right there. Come on, little guy. Stick. Okay, so there's that page. I think that's fun. Let me know what you guys think. And I did make another journaling card for that back pocket. So that goes in there. So we're getting close. I might do just a few other little pockets and things. And then I think this one is going to be done. So thank you so much, and we'll chat again soon. Bye-bye now.